Hey guys, this is Rob. We're gonna do a let's play of The Darkest Dungeon. It's really a great game.
Ruin
Spoiler,
has come to
amazing,
our family.
fantastic.
You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial.
Let's skip by this. Okay, so Darkest Dungeon, what is it? Well, it's a roguelike, it's turn-based role-playing game, with kind of like a party management, like kind of like how you have a bunch of guys in XCOM. It's kind of similar to that, where you're trying to level certain ones up, but if they die, they're dead. You're randomly supplied with new ones that start over from scratch every time, so it's hard to make progress. That's
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Top guys, I had finally gotten 4 guys up to level 3 and tried one of the level 3 missions, and I failed about 3/4 of the way through. So I basically have to start completely over with nothing. So this will be like a good, you can get an idea for it. So this is like the town you start with, and I'll tell you, I'm like 30 hours in, and I'm essentially starting over from scratch. I have some things that have been upgraded in the town, but you essentially want to do these missions, which I'll get to real quick. That one, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. These are all the available missions here. I haven't even unlocked the code. I haven't even unlocked the Darkest Dungeon yet. I'm still in the missions around the town, and I've played quite a bit. There's a lot more to do before I can even get up to the main dungeon. But we'll just jump in here, and you're going to kind of get the idea. So I'll get kind of a balanced team here. Let's get a tank. Let's see which one's better. Him. He's kind of like range DPS, and he's kind of and he is a healer. He's a healer. You can rename your dudes, which I frequently do once they get past they graduate past the noobs level 0 stage. You guys start out at level 0. Level 1 is earned by the first mission you do with your guys. So these are brand new noobs. I have very little to work with here. I'll spend what little I do on torches. So there's several resources to manage in this game. There's no magic points. So your guys have, and there's no cooldowns either, but you only can take 1 action per turn, pretty much. You can use like a support item like antidote to cure poison or a bandage to stop bleeding, and as well it doesn't take up your whole action, but that's the only exception really.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves.
Here's the light.
Let us burn out this evil.
Yeah, depending on how low the light is, there's different effects. The lower the light is, the stronger the monsters are, but they drop more loot, and you get a better chance to critical. So it can be kind of a double-edged sword. All this game is a double-edged sword. So essentially, here's the map. These are all. Each thing is different. So in this thing, I need to complete 100% of room battles. So each box here is a room. It could have a battle in it, or just treasure, or just nothing. But I have to beat all the monsters that are in the rooms. I don't have to beat the monsters that are in the hallways to the rooms per se, but I do have to get by them to get to the rooms. Hit a trap there. So if you
Curious
see here,
is the trap maker's
there's
art,
4 little squares.
his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Potential encounters. So here's another encounter. I find some loot, which is good. Those are heirlooms. Those, anything that's not gold is, or a supply item is these heirloom things that will upgrade, used to upgrade the buildings in your town, which in turn upgrade your guys. You can go out and get more of all of those things. So that was nice. So I hit this room. It has nothing in it, but one of my guys landed and made a successful scouting check, so he basically ran ahead and told me what's down the hallway, so I know what to expect now. So this will be a definite room battle there, and there's some stuff along the way. So this is a trap, so I'll be able to at least try to get by it. I don't have a shovel. You need a shovel to clear these things.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
He had maxed out his stress, which is the other resource you have to manage here. And when their stress gets to the top, it's usually bad. Occasionally, some champions, like you just saw there, like had like basically took like a heroic feat, and instead of getting stressed out, he actually reduced his stress and got a buff. But that's rare. You definitely don't want to try and count on that. You just hope for it. They're surprised, great. So, let's see here. So the way this works here is the skills. You see, there's two yellow dots out of 4 on the left, and there's 2 red dots out of 4 on the right. The 2 yellow dots say which position the character has to be in to use the skill. The 2 red dots tell you what it hits. So those 2 red dots are linked. That means it'll hit both of the things in the background. So
a powerful blow.
That's great. It heals some stress. Whenever you get a crit, it heals some of your stress, and whenever they crit you, it hurts you.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
It's a really interesting
well struck.
style. I've never seen anything quite like it. This is really cool. I like how to see how they hit. It's awesome. A lot of them are the same. It's satisfying, like the skills.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
This is another one of those double-edged swords. It's a heal, but it also will potentially make the guy you're healing bleed.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
All the heals are very low. They don't do much. Like the guys who specialize in heals, you can upgrade them somewhat, but they're pretty. It's not like other games where you're just like, oh, 1 heal and I'm back to full. It's like heals are like 1 and 2 sometimes. Like 5 is a good one, and the guys are hitting you. So it's challenging to manage that.
A singular strike.
Other thing it makes it more difficult is you can't use your skills in between battles.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
It's not like I can just heal myself up during battle. You cannot. You have to. You can only use your skills during battle. The only thing you can do out of battle is like switch positions, which that's another thing to manage. The position that your characters are in is a big deal. A lot of your skills and a lot of the enemy skills will move you guys out of position, which could screw up your whole plan of attack, because now you can't use the skills. Like, this guy goes to the end, he can't do anything. So I see a trap there. I see it on my map. So I'm trying to have him disarm it, which he fails.
Ambushed by foul invention.
These, but they'll stay until they're cured in town, which is expensive and takes like a mission. Like, they can't go on a mission while they're doing it. Alright, so this should tell me where I need to go. So this one, if it's like grayed out, that means there's no battle. If there's a color of some sort, either red or blue like that, then yeah, there's a battle. So we have to fight like 3 more battles.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Position change, and I would have pulled the 2 forward. full-on warrior, or you can make him like a hybrid healer warrior, depending on what you want. So if you have two per party, you can make one go one way, the other one do something else. So it's cool. It's really fun. So I'm beating these guys down.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
That hurt my giving stress to all of them. They didn't, you know, it's hard, kind of. And when you kill guys, sometimes you feel some stress. It's hard to heal stress. There are very few skills to it. It's not hard to heal hit points either. There are tools for that. So you resist the bleed, only got one. Sadly, he's probably the better healer of the two healing classes. One's like your standard cleric with party heals.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
He's had some damage and some heals, but his heal that potentially can bleed actually heals for a lot more than her best heal. But it's random. It's like between 1 and 14 in some cases after you upgrade. So I'll go. Don't need to go up there. It's empty. I need to complete 100% of the room battles. Remember, so there's a battle down here. There's no battle up there, and there is a bunch of hallway battles. So you don't have time. You pretty much got to go, unless you're doing really well. Pretty much just got to go as quick as you can to the Mister's End. I don't have any food with me, so I got hit with the hunger. And if you don't have food, you just have to take damage and stress. So sometimes it'll happen, but I didn't have money to supply myself in this journey. I just had enough for some torches.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice. The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. Executed with impunity.
It's not guaranteed. My guys are low. And I got this.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
I thought it was in there. I didn't drag it into there. I could very well lose this. I could very well
Fear
lose this
and
next
frailty
battle.
finally claim their due.
All my guys are all stressed out. They're low. Torch levels down. This is not an easy battle.
Begone, fiend!
Big hit right there.
A devastating blow. Now, the true test. Hold fast, or expire. How quickly the tide turns. Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So when you complete the dungeon, you can continue to explore if you want. I could go up and go explore that room if I wanted to, but I do want to get out of here.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that must be fought.
So this is the rewards from the quest. You get some heirlooms. These are heirlooms for upgrading town, and that's just raw gold. These are like all gold stuff. You have to manage your inventory space too. That's why there's not just plain gold. That's why there's these other things here, because they'll take up space in your inventory. So it could get clogged up if you're carrying a bunch of loot. And that's just the heirlooms I found. Good. Now he finally got one guy level 2. That's good. He's like my best guy now. I haven't even really upgraded him at all. Okay, so I'll just show you a little bit of upgrading, and then that'll be the first Let's Play. Let me know if you like Let's Plays. I mean, this is totally different than my normal channel, but
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
I've actually, that was my 28th mission, and I've only really gotten 2 of the initial quest goals here. You need to complete all of these. Just move on to the next part of the story, and there's a lot of work to do. So these 2 guys are stressed out. That means they hit their max stress and they didn't like have a heroic reaction to it. So we gotta get them unstressed. Put him in the bar, let him drink. You can upgrade the bar, which I already have.
To fight the abyss, one must know it. Tiny bit left over to provision my next mission. That's pretty much all I'm going to have. All I'm going to be able to do is just provision my next mission. Let's see what the next mission is. See, this here is 0 campfires. The missions like this, that's 2 campfires. That is going to be like a dungeon's like 3 or 4 times the size of the last one. And you have to camp in between, and you have to bring enough supplies to camp, like food and so on and so on. Torches, you run out of torches. It's like, it's not good. The game is hard. The game is really challenging. If you like challenging role-playing games that are roguelike, but also persistent roguelike, highly recommend. So if you like any of those games, like you know, Risk of Rain, Desktop Dungeons, Dungeons of Dreadmore, any of these above, or many, many more awesome more rogue games. There's tons of rogue games, but this is a great one, and it's early access. So before you get into that, there's going to be lots more to come, and the game itself now, as it is well worth the money. So I would only recommend an early access game if you like exactly where it's at when you pay for it, and I completely think it's worth the $20. I've spent well over 30-40 hours on the game, so you know, 50 cents an hour if nothing else, and there's lots more hours to come. So high value, good buy. So it's called the Darkest Dungeon. It's got great art style, great music, cool narrator. It's great, good game. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.